Oh my god. My internet is running so slow and I have no idea why. It doesn't make any sense.
I just hate that when that happens.
I mean, it might be because I'm, live streaming a YouTube show thing. That could be why.
Really, I didn't know that does that. Heh.
It's almost like it's a series of tubes rather than a
Hello.
big truck. Hey, just in time.
Right,
We
watching
have
that. We're
technically
just going
just
to go
started.
live.
Yeah, I'm late today, so
Yeah, super late.
yeah,
Unjustifiably.
4 minutes.
Shame on you.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, Social Justice Demon was already in the chat, and she was very upset. She was hurt in her soul.
Shut up and go on with what you were talking about.
What were
Welcome
we
to
talking
another
about?
week.
I don't think we were talking about anything.
Leave our listener out of your bullshit, John.
I will incorporate anything into my bullshit I damn well please. But welcome to another week. Although remember, the work week is a fiction. Monday doubly so. You can get rid of them if you really want to. This is Social Justice Alchemy. And now that we're doing this on Saturdays rather than releasing it on Mondays, I should probably update that in some way, shape, or form.
So wait, you're finally going to just like update your whole shtick for the social justice alchemy? I mean, it's 51 episodes.
No.
And
Social
like,
Justice
how?
Alchemy will still be there. Just Mondays being doubly fiction doesn't work quite as well when you're not releasing every Monday.
I mean, you can still release the podcast on Monday. Just that, like, we're now primarily live streaming it on Saturday.
Yeah, that's the thing. So I'll work it out. I'll get something.
This is the professionalism on the show.
Yeah, I can see that.
Professionalism? No. This is anarchy in action. Live workshopping of stuff.
Stuff, yeah. That's anarchy stuff.
Things and stuff. Stuff and things.
Well, I just like attack a bunch of people to like my screening out of this live thing. So we now have like James J as in the chat as always, but now we also got Faithless Thunder and Trail. I think I pronounced that correctly.
No idea. Trial, but with te in the middle. Taya in the middle. Maybe. Thank you,
What
Trial.
the fuck are you on about?
People in the chat. There are people in the chat. We are a social species. Pay attention.
I'm changing the coil of my vaping stuff right now, so I'm not paying attention at all.
In any event, some of the regulars might have noticed that Tom isn't here. He was on his last spoon at about 1 o'clock and decided that he just couldn't. He couldn't be arsed to show up, as the British might say. I think that's how they might say it.
I don't know. None of us are British, and like I don't think there's anyone that's British in the live. So that will stand for now until someone corrects us later on.
Yes.
Don't know if that will ever happen.
Yeah, Tom is a spoonie and is out of spoons. So.
Yep.
Hi, Jamie. Yep. So he's not with us, but he's old.
He's with us in spirit. There's always the irascible gentleman there willing to give us shit and smack us down.
Irascible.
But we make sure that we will say that like Tom McDonald is old and ancient.
Yeah, he's ancient. He's a ruin.
No, he's not a ruin.
Yes, he is.
majestic. Okay, I'm going to tell him you said that. That you insulted his corpus.
He asks for it. He asked for
He
it.
is his is a dignified corporation.
Does that exist?
Well, if by corporation you mean physical body, then yes.
No, that's not. That's
But if by
okay.
corporation you mean agent of capitalism that destroys the world,
Yeah,
then no. Well, actually, they
that's
could
what I
have quite a
meant.
lot of dignity while being evil
No,
bastards. So,
they don't have a face. Okay, my gums are super sore, so I haven't put on my teeth, so I don't know how to talk without them anymore.
I'm sure
So
you'll figure it out.
you deal with it.
No problem. But yeah, yes, capitalists are just going to kill us all and destroy us all, and it's not about like the man that's behind the curtain or the person that's behind the curtain. There is actually kind of really actually no such person, man behind the curtain, or some just one being one king that will just cause it all. It's just the system, man.
Someone just watched a Dumpster Flowers hour-long whatchamacthing on the Hujma What's It.
Well, I was in the live chat premiere of it, yes.
I just got finished watching it myself, which is why I know that's why I was able to guess that's what you were talking about. Talking about how the system perpetuates itself rather than the individuals deliberately acting to perpetuate it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not an evil individual capitalist. It's not the bourgeoisie in and of themselves. It's not the Jews. It's just...
Well, it's the bourgeoisie a little.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's more that they act to defend themselves, to defend their prerogatives, and as such, they are necessarily acting to perpetuate the system. But they aren't thinking about it in terms of perpetuating the system so much as fairly simple self-defense.
Talk amongst you, because I am not focused. Sorry, I have to go on with that vaping thing, and I will be here with you in totality.
Okay.
And I will try to concentrate and put the recent Dumpster Flower video into the live chat as well, so that people know what we're talking about. And after this live stream is over, they can watch it for themselves.
And see...
I mean, it's Foucault, power, Marx, philosophy, capitalism, anarchy, or
Yep.
Awesome stuff.
I believe it's pronounced Foucault.
No, Foucault.
Foucault.
I was mocking dumpster fire of a political candidate, Karl of Akkad, I think his name is. Or maybe it's
okay.
Akkad.
Because Foucault, it's literally it translates to fake ass, and it means the hypocrite in French. We use that expression to say.
I really doubt that's what Karl Gahn was going for.
No, I know.
He doesn't strike me as being
fluent in French,
semi-literate in English.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, exactly.
Pretty sure.
And so it's Foucault. It's not hard to say. It doesn't look like it's easy to say when you read it, because there's
it's got all the extra random crap that the French don't pronounce. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a lot of vowels too, but it's just Foucault.
And yet Karl Gahn managed to get it backwards, made it Foucault, and then Kevin and Christy laughed at him. That's as close as I've come to ever watching a Karl Gahn video, I think.
I did watch one Karl Gahn video. This was 2016 when
I judge you.
When my younger brother said, "I'm sorry, movie Bob is crap. Here's this Sargon video about that." That's the only video I actually sat down and watched all the way through.
I judge you too.
Yeah. For those who don't know, Sargon of Akkad is
a piece of shit.
Yeah, that's really the only way to describe him. He's actually no, he's also the rape tweet guy in Britain now.
Yeah, what a thing to be famous for.
he, why the fuck did he's like the ultimate in clueless, dumbass, privileged white dude. He went into politics with so much baggage hanging around his neck. What was he thinking?
Okay, the thing is changed. Now I have to wait 10 minutes before I can vape.
So now you're going to be. So now we have your full attention, and also
Maybe I might or I might not launch The Sims during the
She has a
stream.
cat. We'll never have her full attention.
oh, okay, yeah, there's
Oh,
that.
he's sleeping. Is letting me alone for now.
I stand by my judgment.
But I don't blame. I don't. But Julie, I don't blame you for like playing The Sims. Your Sims are gay.
Yeah, they're gay and they have a cat now too.
Oh shit! And they live
Two
in a
cats
loft.
now.
No, they're a lesbian couple with a cat. How much more cliche can you be?
Do they have a Subaru or a Volvo?
They don't have a car.
Ah, so city lesbians.
Yeah, city lesbians.
Wait, I thought The Sims was super suburban. Do they have urban Sims now?
No, yes, they have urban Sims, but I don't want to go there because I spend too much time building my house. I don't want to go live in an apartment.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. Who would want to live in an apartment so small space and when there's so
I have
much
a fucking rocket ship now. How am I supposed to put it in an apartment?
I mean, you can put it on top. I believe there was an anime series that happened, where the rocket ship just showed up, and it was that was actually in a house, but it's a Japanese house, so they're very small. It's just like, and so the rocket was just like sticking out of like the top half of the house or something like that. I swear I saw it in an anime because I watched a lot of.
Yeah, we know.
There is anime where it's like a guy got hit by an alien ship, and the aliens are like, "Oh, we're very sorry about that. So don't worry, we saved the person. However, they cannot be. We kind of like screwed up, and like we tried to put it back together as much as we can, but that inadvertently caused him to be now a girl."
Did you just hijack my Sims talk to talk about anime, Jonathan?
Inadvertently, yes. But hey,
I think that was advertent. I think that was provertent, in fact.
How dare you? Shit, I put some juice everywhere. Oh, fuck.
I'm very sorry. I'm just going to take responsibility for that, and I would just put the title of the anime I was talking about into the chat because it's actually an anime series and a manga that I want to revisit because, well, when I first watched it, I was like, okay, this is interesting, but it's like I have some problems with it. But now I want to like rewatch it or reread it with now the trans and the gay perspective because it welcomes a trans reading of it.
Okay. Anyways, the city in Sims are a DLC, so.
No.
I got all of them the other day. It's a mess. I got all the fucking DLC. So the file is 30 gigabytes to start with.
That's a lot of gigabytes.
Yeah, to play Sims, yes. It's a lot of
That's
gigabytes.
like 2 or 3 normal video games.
Demon says she loves The Sims 4 in the chat.
Oh, that's what TS4 stands for.
Yeah. The Sims 4. Yeah, Friends is... I don't get how it became so popular, honestly. Even as a teenager,
beautiful young people
I
who are
hated it.
inexplicably wealthy and free, even
Yeah,
though they're not
my
supposed to
point. Exactly.
be.
Jokes
They're
about like
basically.
trying to be gay.
hmm
I mean, Phoebe was pretty funny with her cat song, but that's about the same positive thing I can say about that show.
Yep. Things I learned from friends is that New York City is entirely white and one half Jewish. And everybody can just sort of sit around all day drinking coffee and not having to do work and living in incredibly large apartments despite having ostensibly shit jobs.
Yep.
It's almost like it's a fantasy.
Yep, and
I'm
that's
sorry,
why it
I
was
have to
popular.
go wash my hands because I made a mess. I'll be back.
Talk
Yeah.
amongst yourselves. We'll talk amongst ourselves.
Yeah,
Yes.
talk about amongst men.
We can't. There's a masculine envy and a regular guy here, but that's not plural.
So we'll just like talk amongst the both of us. Maybe even to the live
That
chat.
we can do.
Just talk about what it is we want to talk about. What have you been up to this past week?
Waiting eagerly for my CPAP machine to arrive. Finally got through all the insurance bullshit and so on. Basically, the one place that the people sent me to wanted me to spend $1,300 on stuff, which was kind of bullshit because I knew I could get the exact same thing for $800. And then I ended up getting somewhat cheaper
but that's
setup for
capitalism for you. Just like they
Mhm.
try to get you to like buy the most expensive.
Yep. So I ended up spending about $500.
Okay, I wanted to mute my mic, but I somehow disconnected. Sorry, I'm back.
You're back. So
With
you missed
clean
all of
hands.
that? With clean hands. Awesome.
So last night I kind of like I was in a discussion. I was on the Patreon after show of Jeff's Least Justice channel, but we kind of like brought up the topic of parenting, and so then I retweeted something that I posted on my Facebook, which is just like a flow chart thing of like, should I spank my child? A complex flow chart. Are they old enough to
Oh
understand
God.
reason?
We're in 2019 and we're still having that conversation. It's amazing.
Well, there are some.
Mhm.
Yeah, my tweet got a lot of traction actually, and some
I
people are
know
saying,
some people, you know, you will have people with the worst PTSD tell you that they were beaten when they were children and they're completely fine.
No, they're
And they're
not
not
because they think it's
completely
okay to
fine.
beat their children.
Yes. I mean, how could I don't get it. It started to be controversial when I was a kid. So I mean, I'm from a generation. I was born left-handed, and I was beaten the crap out on the left hand to become right-handed.
my
At
mom had that same experience in
at
Catholic school. Yeah.
school, at home, and when I was a kid, it started to become known that hitting kids, first of all, don't work. It doesn't work.
Nope.
And I don't know. So we've been having this conversation for 40 years now.
And
We
yet
know
there's
it
like,
doesn't work. All it does is make violent adults. It breeds resentment and hatred, and it's just crap garbage all around. So yeah,
yeah.
don't hit your kids.
Yeah, I mean,
Don't
it's
tell me
such.
how to raise my kid. How dare you? That's the kind of thing that they
Yeah,
come
that's the kind
across.
of response you get. We've been posting some stuff on anarchist memes about that for since I'm part of the team, so 4 years now, 5 years. I don't even remember. 5 years, yeah. Oh, already. God. Okay. Let's
Time
forget that.
flies when you're having anarchist fun.
Oh God, you when you are my age too. Anyways, and we have actual anarchists defending that practice, and
Oh,
you're like,
jeez.
don't don't they realize what I? Well, anyways,
Don't they realize that, like, by striking a child, that's breaking their bodily autonomy?
no, but you create a hierarchy, and
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's anarchist like parenting as well. So, which is something I
yeah,
need to look
there's
more.
a group on Facebook actually that's called Anarchist Parenting, and it's pretty cool. If anyone wants to follow, I don't have kids, but I follow.
So much effort to follow something on Facebook. I don't know if I can. I don't know. So it's a lot. It's a lot to ask. You're asking a lot.
I
Following.
just have like 20 different Discord servers that I'm a part of, and there's a few like Facebook groups that I'm a part of. I became like what was it like? I was given a title for like anarchist means, so like a top contributor or something like that, and I was like, really?
Top fan.
Top fan. Okay.
Wait, I think I broke my vaping thing.
I hope not.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, I think Jamie J in the chat is hitting it on the head right now. They own their children. Their children are possessions.
Yeah.
And yeah.
ANCAPs only call themselves anarchists in name. I do
I
not count the
freaking
ANCAPs as real anarchists. But
No, as anarchist, plain anarchist, they're not even fake anarchists. That they're not anarchists.
Yeah. They're just as they're just trying to steal the name like libertarians did back in the 60s.
we want our damn word back.
Oh, I just had to change my battery. Oh.
Okay, good.
That's funny. There's nothing addictive in there anymore, but
You're now
It's
so
soothing.
used to the habit.
yeah, no, I'm having a hard time these days with the no nicotine thing. Anyways, let's talk about something else.
You hear about that local sports team?
Oh, have you seen the latest in LeftTube is a den of bullshit?
Actually, no, I haven't.
That guy, Jake from Hugo and Jake,
Oh,
Oh,
talking
went
about the stream he did
after
with Kevin and Christy.
Yeah.
Oh my
I haven't
god,
seen that
such
stream yet, but
a douche.
I haven't seen the stream. I don't watch that show I haven't watched it for a long time, but I've seen the bullshit on Twitter and I'm like, what the fuck? I mean,
I was like, that was like, I'm seeing the bullshit on Twitter too, and just like,
apparently he just lost his shit because Christy said he was rude.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, There's a lot of people that seem to like whenever you tell them it's like, hey, what you're doing is a bit wrong. They just like they never introspect and just like, what you're telling me that there's something wrong with me, and why are people like that?
It's not people, it's men, Jonathan.
There's that.
Well, mostly.
Because like I've been called out for something. And I said if this was privately in a group, I said something that was ableist, but instead I just like, wait a minute, what did I say? What did I say? And so I thought about it for like a couple of hours or so. I was like, oh, that's what I did, and I apologized within the group, and so and that was it.
How hard is it to say, oh, sorry about that?
Very.
I mean,
yeah, I mean, I think I tried to watch one episode of a Hugo and Jake thing. It just wasn't to my taste. But then
I
looking at
never
this guy,
watched
he's
that
such
stuff.
a
But
goddamn douche canoe.
I think
and so apparently it's his girlfriend, I think. Anyways, there's a woman on the Twitter thread that Mrs. Snarky made that is losing her shit too because
Okay. I think I know you're talking about. You're talking about Sarah from that particular Twitter thread.
Yeah. I mean, I want that woman's problems.
Yeah,
and I give her mine.
There's that. I
don't know. One of her problems is Jake. So.
No, one of her problems is people being mean to Jake.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't think of Jake as a problem, but he really is.
So
this era in that particular Twitter thread, she was actually on a stream with Christiosity back in like November or December, and because like she's an illustrator, and like so they talked about like She-Ra, and so that was my impression of Sarah, but I don't agree with Sarah with standing for Jake, because like based on what like others have said, like Christy and Steve Shives, because Jake made a video about, and Hugo and Jake made a video about Steve Shives back in 2015, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah,
oh God.
And so
yeah,
it's
but
like,
apparently they become leftists since the Steve Shives thing.
See, there's like,
I don't know. I don't know that channel or anything, but apparently they are considered to be left tube now.
Okay, so yeah, left to the
that was just to add to the pile of shit that is left tube now.
Yeah, the pile of shit that is left tube now. I agree with like go fem yourself, because like there's a lot of people that get called breadtube, part of breadtube, or posted to breadtube, when actually it's like, wait a minute, some of them even like it takes them a long time before to figure out, wait a minute,
I haven't called it breadtube on purpose, Jonathan.
No, yeah,
I don't think the likes of Peter Coffin and so on deserve the term. If you're not an anarchist,
but he's got a hammer and sickle in the design of his thing. He's obviously so thing.
But I don't want to talk about him. I was just citing him as an example and of people who are vaguely on the left and who are called breadtube. No, they're not. They're not anarchists. They're not breadtube.
That's part of the problem, is that many people get considered leftish or part of left tube, and it's just like, well, are they actually leftists? Because in my mind, actual leftist is someone who wants to destroy capitalism, wants to like bring death to capitalism, want to end that, and
I agree, but it's not in. I agree in theory, but in actuality, it's not the case.
Yeah. Sometimes it's like others calling that person a leftist, and sometimes that person saying that they're a leftist as well.
Look at Kevin. He's pretty leftist, but he's not really anti-capitalist. So
yeah, I'm getting that sense from Kevin too, based on like some things he says. Like he doesn't agree with like no nations, no borders, and like he thinks, actually he said in a stream one time that he thinks that some crimes should be like more punishable. They should have harsher punishment. Yeah, I bet Kevin is will not understand the prison abolition kind of like thing. And it's like, to be fair to Kevin, it takes a long
No,
time
but
to talk.
I'm not saying that to give him shit or whatever.
Yeah.
A lot, but social democrats are actually leftist. I think they're just not
Okay.
as left as we are.
Yeah.
And anyways, so Jake, what's his name? Called Christie a radical extremist, and it's so funny.
Yes.
The guy would die if he talked to an actual, I don't know, anarcho-feminist or something.
Yeah, just like what I said to my coworker who said that his cousin is extreme left, and so I asked, so your cousin's like a socialist and something like that? Not quite. And it's just like, so how is he extreme left? He's as far left as he can be without being a socialist. So he established that someone can be as far left, as close to being socialist without being socialist, and be extreme. Now, I can understand that extremism is kind of like you can be extreme in many different ways, and so
no, but honestly, how is it? Christie extremist?
No.
No.
I mean, come on.
She's been accused of being like extremist for like sending the letter to like the Pabst Theater because of MidCon 4, and
Yeah,
so
but-
it's just like,
No, she didn't, Jamie.
No,
I
she
don't talk politics with Christie because it's
Christie
a big point
is
of
very much a
contention.
liberal.
But Christie is the only liberal who we don't give shit to for.
yeah, it's like,
Well, I don't. Anyways, she always had my back, and anyways, so I mean, Christie gets called that a lot just for not acting like a carpet.
yeah,
Because
Right.
she stands up to
And-
people. Yeah.
Yeah, she just doesn't let men talk her like she's a child and whatever. It's, I mean, and coming from some guy who calls himself a feminist, I mean, wait till he learns what the suffragettes did. I mean, they bomb stuff, and Christie is a radical extremist. Give me a break, man. Seriously, how ridiculous is it?
Yeah, I agree, Jamie. Chrissy gets too much for being a woman with an opinion, and she stands up for herself.
Yeah. That's one of the great things about Christie is that she stands up for herself so effectively. And
not just for herself.
yes.
She does stand up for others, yes.
Yeah.
Christie, let me remind everyone that Christie, who is a liberal and not a leftist, is on the team Fuck Peter Coffin. Okay.
Yes.
So she has more faith than a lot of leftists. Let's just say that. She opened her mouth about Dick Copeland too.
Yep.
Anyways, that made me laugh a lot because imagining Christie as an extremist was pretty. Imagine what I am. If she's an extremist, what am I? I mean, I'm not human even.
You are kind of Satan, a little bit.
Yeah, I know.
You talk about eating the rich. You talk about like guillotine people, the motherfuckers.
You are a bomb thrower. You cannot be supported. We cannot abide. You are the worst.
Historically, anarchists have always been bomb throwers.
Yep,
So,
there's that. Then
I can live with that if someone was to call me that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more of a cane beater, but they might think it's not badass enough, but it is.
I mean, you do say like, hey, should we punch the Nazis? Yes, punch all the Nazis.
No, I don't think we should punch Nazi. I think we should fucking kill them. And I'm not joking with that.
Yep.
Those people are dangerous for the rest of society. I don't believe in prisons, but I believe that if someone is dangerous for other people, you remove them.
Fucking A.
They don't throw fucking milkshakes at them, throw bricks.
Bricks are vegan.
The bricks are vegan, exactly.
Advocate genocide, you don't deserve much in the way of anything good.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's why. I mean, I joke a lot with the guillotines and all but I am only half joking, you know, mostly on the means because guillotines are a little messy nowadays.
Yeah,
But it's effective.
there's that. Yeah.
And it's cultural. It's not my fault.
I was raised this way.
But I don't get how. Well, no, rather I get why we still haven't progressed past society as it is now. When Christy fucking Winters is called an extremist
and a leftist.
What the fuck I was supposed to do?
They just started having
Show
the same
discussions. What a leftist
that
really is. Go Kaiser Sose on their ass.
It's been a long time since I watched The Usual Suspects, though.
Yes,
Same
Jamie,
here.
that's what I was going for with my guillotines are messy thing. Yeah, I think The Usual Suspects, I watched that movie for like 20 years ago. Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I watched it just the one time because I don't see the interest in watching it the second one.
Yeah.
Well, that's the problem with that kind of movie, isn't it?
Once you know the mystery, it's no longer a mystery.
Like,
So
have you seen the movie Memento?
I did see the movie.
I have not, but I know.
It's a fucking good movie, but you can't watch it a second time. It's boring.
There's one way to watch it, but it's kind of a lot of work to watch it in
backwards. You mean?
To watch it in chronological order.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't have the spoon for that kind of shit, Jonathan.
That's why it's just like very difficult to do. But this was from like back when Comedy Central had their game show Beat the Geeks. That's how the movie geek it informed the audience. That's how much of a movie geek he is. He watched Memento in chronological order.
Somebody did something similar with Pulp Fiction.
That makes sense too, but that's really easy because he just
Pulp Fiction. Okay, I will never fucking understand the hype behind Tarantino.
Yeah, he gets like a lot of like love from
only
like a movie.
Cool stuff in his movie are stuff that he stole from Asian cinema.
Pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, that's what all the best creators do. They just like steal from
Reservoir Dogs was a pretty good movie, but other than that one, I mean, Pulp Fiction has to be the most overrated movie in the history of cinema, with Matrix.
Well, the Matrix is trans, so there's that.
What? You talked both at the same time, so I didn't catch anything.
Yeah, go ahead.
You good? Okay, so Matrix is trans, so there's that. But the trans people are reclaimed.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think a movie with a cis man in the title role is trans, but okay.
The writers and directors were both trans women, and
they are now.
Mm-hmm.
They were pretty toxic at the time when you watched their movies.
Were they?
So
they also did Bound.
I have not seen Bound, but I
Bound
heard a lot about it.
typically the lesbian movie wrote by a man, and I don't care it wasn't written by men. It wasn't, okay, but it shows the Wachowski sisters were fighting something at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
I fucking hate The Matrix. Well, I like
It's
the
so
third
overrated,
one
I
because
forget.
there's giant robots in it, but hey, you know me.
Yeah, it's the fact actually it's like there are parts of like a Matrix Revolution is actually quite good. That like Dan also did in a old Folding Ideas video where it's just basically like if you just ignored the two main characters in the Matrix Revolutions, that the rest of that movie is actually like pretty entertaining.
You cut off, Jonathan.
Said it was entertaining. Yeah,
Oh,
I haven't
it is
watched.
entertaining, but I mean,
I haven't watched either of the sequels since the first time I saw them. So.
I usually watch the third one while knitting when I don't know what to watch, and I'm in a robot mood. I have my 3 go-to movies. It's Pacific Rim. Oh fuck! What's the title of that movie with Hugh Jackman, who is a boxer, and he has a robot who boxes?
Shock Jocks? No, I don't
No,
know.
no idea.
Real Steel. Real Steel.
I have never heard of this. I have to look this up right now.
Watch that movie. It's awesome. Well, if you like robots, if you don't, it's a piece of shit. But if you like robots, you have to watch that movie.
Oh, I think this was while I was still in the middle of my drinking. That's why I wouldn't have heard of this.
2011, yes.
Yep.
So I watched that one, the third Matrix, and Pacific Rim. That's my robots movies. And if I really need, if I'm craving, I will watch the Transformers, but I'd rather not. I've
Yeah.
been there, done that,
Mm-hmm. The 1986 movie I can watch. It's still just a cheesy movie. That's fun.
Which one? The first one?
Yeah, the first one, the animated one.
Oh, animated. Okay.
Sorry, I was still looking at Real Steel. What are you talking about now?
Transformers, because
I was just saying if I'm really craving robots, I'd watch Transformers, but I'd rather not.
Gotcha.
Normally, after Real Steel and Pacific Rim, I'm good with robots. So if I'm not good, I go to Matrix Revolutions. And if I'm really not good, I will watch Transformers. But
what about Iron Giant or The Brave Little Toaster?
It's amazing, but it's not a live action.
That makes sense.
Ooh, okay. Because I was going I think of a animated recommended.
Yeah, Evangelion or stuff like. We need a live action Evangelion, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's
that's kind of what Pacific Rim is, but
yeah, it kind of is like that. It's just without the philosophy of Evangelion. I still have only seen Neon Genesis Evangelion once, and that was on VHS. So that's one of those things I need to read. I haven't seen the recent
live action robots.
Live action robots, yeah. Now, if they're going to make a live action Evangelion, I think it has to be done at least with the American budget, not with the Japanese movies budget, because
but with Japanese writers.
Yes, they should be involved in the process.
They should be involved in everything except budget, to be honest.
Yes.
Let's not make another Ghost in the Shell, please.
Yes, please don't. It's just
I used to love Scarlett Johansson until last.
It's 2 years now since Ghost in the Shell.
What's her name? Swindon. I have Swindon in my head. It's not that. Tilda
Swinton.
Swinton. Okay, I used to love her as ScarJo, and honestly, they can go fuck themselves together if they want.
We need more incoherent horror monster fighting robots with godlike powers.
Yeah,
we need more movies.
that's Pacific Rim.
There's a sequel, but it sucks.
Yeah, it sucks really hard. The only thing that doesn't suck in that sequel is John Boyega.
Okay,
Because he's so cool.
now is this monster
And the little girl too. Okay.
Yeah, the little girl was good. And now, the Godzilla King of Monsters did came out, but I haven't seen it.
The title of that movie is so fucking cheesy. When I saw the poster on a advertising thing, that was last week when we went at the in-laws. No, last week or 2 weeks ago. I don't even remember. Anyways, who cares? I saw that poster and I was like, I'm not going to see that movie. Not with a title like that.
Fair enough. Now, a couple of movies I did see this week is John Wick Chapter 3.
God, did they kill a third puppy?
No, they just reference it. So I don't. Now,
I still haven't seen the first one, so I
still
don't
haven't
get
seen the first one either.
I don't get the shtick with John Wick. And I fucking hate Keanu Reeves too, so that doesn't help.
That is fair. That's fair.
He is the worst actor ever.
He doesn't do much acting in this one.
Yeah, in anything. He's good in Constantine because it suits the character, but I mean, that guy doesn't do expressions.
I think that's actually to the strength of John Wick because like he's just not that.
Yeah, maybe he's been cast well, just like in Constantine. He plays with the character well, but I don't know. I don't like that man.
That's totally
that
fair.
man. I don't know him. He could be an awesome guy for all I know. I don't care.
Apparently, he is a wonderful person.
I don't like that actor.
You don't like his acting. That's fair.
It's non-acting. He's not acting.
Yeah. I enjoy John Wick for the action, so that's why I watched it.
No, it's fair, but anyways, I don't remember where I was going with that. But
the other movie I saw was Rocket Man. The
from the 90s?
The Elton John biopic?
Yes, the Elton John biopic.
Is it good?
I enjoyed it actually. It's Elton John's the executive producer, so at least like
Rocket Man is my favorite Elton John song. So.
Yep, and it's like they played that. It's kind of like a musical as well as like just a biopic. So I like that aspect of it. I like how they chose the songs to like.
Oh, Jamie, both. She's asking beans or snoots. Both. I guess you're asking cats or dogs, right? That's what that means.
I was curious what that might mean.
Yeah, I was just like, okay.
And the answer is both.
Yes, that's why I said both, but
that's a fine answer.
I could be mistaken. That being said, I would never get a dog. I don't like the relationship with dogs. I like other people's dogs.
Yeah.
Also, I couldn't take care of a dog properly, so there's that.
Yeah. It's for me. It's just like being in the apartment. It's just like I don't think it would be good for the dog if I like.
She meant toe beans or noses.
Yeah, that's why.
Oh, not dogs versus cats, but which do you like?
Beans. I know that beans are paw pads. That's why I was thinking cats are dogs, and I thought snoots was for the dogs.
No, well,
Because
cats have snoots too. They don't have the long
yeah,
snouts.
but
You can boop their little snoots.
yeah, but dogs have big snoots, and they're famous for their noses. So
And
that's why I
they're not
thought
so
it
famous
was.
for their little toe beans the way cats are.
Yeah, that's why I thought it was.
So that
cats.
makes a lot of sense. I understand where you're coming from with that.
Anyways, I think I'm more toe beans because
Me
snoots
too.
are wet on my. Also, my cat has foul.
Foul breath.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's my fault. It's what I feed him, but when was it? Not yesterday morning, the morning before. He went to wake me up, meowing at 1 inch from my nose. I wasn't waken up by the noise, but by the smell. Don't fucking do that, cat.
I never grew up with cats, but I grew up with dogs, and so like, yeah, I was woken up by the dogs too. It was just like, you're barking. Oh, you want out? Okay. Or the other one of them barked, but the other one did not. So instead, I would hear, and it was like, am I being chased by something? In my dreams, like, oh, Bilbo, you want out? Okay. And I love the dogs, and yeah, so it's like, but it wasn't like there were family dogs, and so the family
Yeah,
took care
I
of them.
love dogs, but I don't want to have. I don't want to own one because you don't own a cat, but you own a dog, and
Yeah,
as an
yeah.
anarchist, it hurts me.
And cats are the anarchist animal anyway. Go with the general strike cat, the
Yeah,
radical
not mine.
unionization.
Oh, you mean in symbol?
In symbol, yes.
Yeah.
Cat burglars. I mean, dogs work with
Because a lot
police.
of people say, well, cats are anarchists anyway. No, cats are royalty. Do not
There's that.
call
Yes.
them anarchy. They're not anarchists. They're fucking royalty.
They're gods in their own mind.
And yeah, they're the god emperor of Dune. It's not me, it's them. And that's the only royalty I can stand. Cats.
Well, the
Anyways.
thing is, they're willing to share with other people, so they're more aristocrats than monarchists.
Are
Oh,
they
crap,
willing
they're
to share
liberals.
though? Yeah,
They
they're
can
more
share with other
liberals.
cats and dogs if they're brought up the right way.
If they want to.
If they want to, yeah. So, I mean, Sappho was perfectly happy to share space. Baby girl never
Yeah,
was.
same demon. My cat thinks he's a dog too.
No, Sappho never thought she was a dog, even a little bit. She didn't fetch or anything. She was just willing to be friendly.
Oh no, it doesn't fetch, but he has no independence. When people tell me that cats are aloof, I'm like, you never met my
No.
cat. No.
They just don't like strangers.
No.
Yeah.
One of the cats we had was very aloof, and that was the one with whom I
Yeah,
got
cats bring you
along
presents. Jamie J
well
got that
because
exactly right. Cats bring you presents.
Yes. Yeah. They'll call things, and yeah.
so that guy I once told you about, the vet who is like the Bob Ross of vets.
Oh, yes, you
He
did
talks
mention.
he talks about that cats, and it's like with his super soothing voice and his big ass cat on his shoulder, and he's like, they're vicious tiny predators, so blah blah blah. And you I love the way he says that because he sounds like Bob Ross and his tiny trees when he
Happy
says
little trees, the happy
yeah
little
when he
forest.
says little
Happy little murders.
yeah, that's exactly that. And honestly, any cat lover should watch that channel. I'm going to.
Yes, please do link it because, like, there
Yeah.
are. Because people do love like cat videos. Maybe we should actually
It's
like
not
mention.
really cat videos, but there is cats in it.
Okay, right. There's cats in it, but it's a vet's
And
video.
it's a veterinarian speaking about cat care, but it's pretty awesome because I don't know. I've had a cat for 17 years now, and I learned some stuff when I watch him. So yeah, I'm
I
very
Learn how to
missed
sleep.
off,
interested in
You
the
Ross.
learn how to
cat.
curl
but-
yourself up in a bowl.
What? Shut up.
The famous phrase.
No, but I am browsing for the channel, and I was just half paying attention, and I was like, "What the fuck is he on about?"
Yes, it's almost as subjectively subjective mentioned like last night at the Patreon after show. It is like a common phrase of "Shut up, random geek! Shut up the fuck up, random geek! Shut up, random geek!"
You do talk a lot, and I'm the
They
one
know
saying
that last night too. They learned that last night as well. So it's like,
Oh,
yes.
they didn't know that before.
They probably did. They probably did because like Maddie has seen me on like Steve Shy's Patreon hangouts and other things as I talk intelligently, but yet like not last night but last week at the after show I informed them how you can actually like make the Lando Lake lady, the lady on the Butter Lando Lake, and make it look like she's flashing her boobs. It's a craft project, but yeah.
I have not understood anything you just said, Jonathan. You're a
Land
very
O'Lakes is a brand
you're a
of butter.
very fast talker today, babe. More
The-
so than usual.
I don't know why I'm so excited. I'm sorry, but yes.
No, it's okay. But when I don't understand, I tell you. So
True. Yes.
Okay,
It
I'm
wasn't
about to link
important
you
anyway.
to the cover of the Land O'Lakes box. Let's see. Oh, it's actually... It's a GIF. It'll show you exactly what's going on.
oh god, you're on the GIF team.
You'll have to
I
s-
have no stake in that. Like, I would just like pronounce it GIF. If people say it's GIF, it's like okay, you'll pronounce it GIF.
No,
It's
for
like,
real. I say GIF too. I say I'm French, so I say GIF.
Choosy
Oh,
moms
okay.
choose GIF,
Yeah.
which is an ad campaign for Jif peanut butter from the late 80s, early 90s? I don't remember.
Yes. Something. Yeah. That time. Yeah, I remember like those ads when I was a little.
But if you're interested in what he was talking about, Julie, you have to scroll down a ways. You see, Land O'Lakes is a brand of butter
Okay.
that has a very stereotypical image of a native woman on the packaging.
Oh,
And she has
okay.
bare knees, and if you rearrange the box and cut things out, you can make it look like she's flashing her breasts by getting knees from the other side of the box.
Okay.
Anime breast because there's no nipples. Yes. No,
Okay.
seriously.
Oh, how weird are those breasts without nipples?
I mean, just like how Lewis Black said in like a stand-up
It
routine,
creeps the fuck out of me.
it's breasts without
Just,
nipples.
I want to go ahead and cut that off, that conversation out right there, because cis women who have had mastectomies often lose their nipples with that, and
No,
can
I
cause-
know, but
but
it's
so
not.
I know,
fair.
I get it. It's just we don't need to go
Cis women
on
who
too long.
have had a mastectomy don't have boobs left either.
They can undergo plastic surgery, get chest expanders, and so on.
But generally, if they have the money to do that, they have the money to have their nipples tattooed.
Mm-hmm. But it's again,
Anyways,
but it's still
you're
it's about
right.
Yeah.
You are right, but I don't know. In the animes, it's really weird. It's
yeah,
because
that is a
I-
choice on their part that I don't get.
It just shows that it won't be flagged as like nudity. That's it.
I know why they do it.
And sometimes it's actually
And the reason is as weird as the whole concept, to be honest.
Yeah,
Mhm.
there's that. I think that like for some anime, it kind of makes sense because Hold the Wise Wolf in Spice and Wolf, she's not a human; she's just a harvest god, and so she sometimes takes the embodiment of a human. And but why would she need those things? And so yeah, so you see her naked, but you don't see the naughty bits because they don't draw them, the nipples or the.
Yeah, Jamie, the men who lose their nipples during torture surgery,
Mhm.
I have had a bad surgery. Oh, really?
Oh,
Hmm.
okay.
Okay, I don't know. I don't want to talk about that. It's fucking me up.
Oh, I
Okay.
was not aware of that. That's interesting.
But yeah, there's no boobs anymore, so I don't know. Flat chests without nipples are less weird than big chest without nipples, I guess. I don't know. Also, there's something with women's nipple on the internet, that's highly misogynistic.
I believe you mean female presenting nipples.
Yeah, there's that.
Yeah, whatever the fuck that means. I mean, a nipple is a nipple.
No,
It's
no, no. Some are dirty and evil and gross and are only for
Yeah,
babies to suck on.
yeah, but not in public place because it's sexual.
Exactly.
exactly. It's a way of policing women's bodies.
No, but
Society.
again, the nipples who are dirty are those who are on boobs.
Yep.
That's so weird.
Yeah, I don't get it either. It's just
Cis men have something with boobs that I really need to understand one day. Because I
it's
know I like boobs, but
It's
yet
like
I like
covering
boobs.
hair or binding feet or anything else. It's just a means
fuck,
of
I love
control. And
boobs
then once
though.
you cover it up and hide it, it becomes taboo and more eroticized, more sexualized, and so on. It's a sort of weird cycle thing, I think.
There's even like a hashtag Keegan Heathen on not last night's but the week before's after show. It told us about a boob thing for like exotic dancers in Utah. They can
Oh,
cup the breasts above and below, but they cannot put their hands directly onto the breasts. There's actually laws governing how to they touch their boobs in erotic dances in Utah.
and
In
some
Utah.
places I think still require merkins.
Yes, I can believe that. I think in Seattle, in the Washington State, last I heard is like if you see the areola of a female breast in erotic dancing in like those establishments, you cannot serve alcohol. I yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know if that has changed, but
Well,
Yeah, let's change
it's
the
very
subject,
very
please, because
local and so on.
oh no, on the same subject. The other day I went to go to groceries and I got lazy, so I didn't put on a bra. That's the first
A
time I
gasp of
do
shock and
that.
alarm, you
That's the
lawless
first time I
whore.
do that since I have taken up weight, so
Hmm.
boobs.
oops.
And so there I go. I am huge. I have the half of my upper body is tattooed, and that dude chose to watch at my boobs, to look at my boobs. I don't get it.
You had
If
your
I
cane,
see,
right? You could have dissuaded him with a sharp
yeah,
poke, yeah?
it wasn't near. I'm not going to go to the other side of the street just to beat up an asshole
Oh,
with my
oh, he was
cane.
far away. I
Anyways,
thought he was like,
so
okay,
yeah,
never mind.
I'm huge. I have half of my visible body tattooed. I walk with a cane. I mean, there's a lot of stuff to look at when you look at me. But somehow he looked at my boobs. At, and it made me feel not good.
Mm-hmm.
See, when I was thin and flat, I didn't have that problem. I want to lose weight. I don't know how to.
I don't have any good suggestions.
That's not a question that I'm asking you. It's just I'm just sharing my current metaphysical
More of a complaint.
anxiety.
Yeah, everything I know about losing weight is fit for a able-bodied cis dude. So
Yeah, because I'm officially in the obese category now, and my body isn't handling it very well. I'm too heavy for my joints.
Mm.
Can you swim?
I can swim, but I won't. Because that means I have to go in a swimsuit with people. Nope.
Well, wait a minute. You live in France. You could go without the swimsuit, right?
No, I don't. I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the rules about that either.
Well, wait. What's that thing with not wearing swimsuit in France?
Skinny dipping? Oh no, just you have lots of nude beaches, right? It's Europe.
A lot. We have one that I know of.
It is
no, it's Europe. It's decadent and naked there all the time.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot. I have and talking about that and boobs, I have a video somewhere of the riot police running after female.
Were they running after them because they wanted to arrest them for showing their tits, or to look at them for showing their tits?
Both. Arrest them, of course, because they're highly dangerous people. Women, bare chest. Oh my God! Let's send the riot police.
Well, remember,
that video is funny because they are running after they are chasing the bare-chested women, and there's one who I don't know, he mixed his feet in whatever and he falls over, and it's hilarious. I have to find it.
He was trying to adjust his hard-on while running. Didn't work.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. You guys keep talking.
On that bomb.
Wow, you say that and then you leave.
Let us deal with your hard-on now, John.
No, it's like strangely, it's weird how boobs seems to come up on this show, because I never would have expected that this morning that we're going to talk about boobs. Because
we all like boobs, that's why.
People do like boobs. But
I mean us four. Well, 3 today, but
right. We'll confirm with Tom McDonald if he likes boobs.
Of course, he likes boobs.
I bet he does. But so I kind of thought it was interesting to learn about that protest in Eurovision last week, or back when Eurovision happened, of the women that were in in undressed states that would frighten the Orthodox Jewish people, the Orthodox rabbis. And so now I'm hearing about the police officers chasing after bare-chested women, and so it's but
that was in France. There's no super Orthodox. I mean, we're less openly puritanical than the US, but the control of women's body is still very much here.
Yeah.
The sexual revolution was just, I don't know, another means for men to have sex with women.
Yep. Again, men ruin it again. Men ruin it. I was hoping that John would just come back in, and it's I'm just came back in.
Nothing has ever been made better by the inclusion of men.
Good.
You came in at the right time. I was hoping you came in at the right time. Yes.
I made it a point to turn
Jonathan
my
is
microphone back on early just for that.
Anyways, let's talk about something else because I don't know. The look of that man made me really feel. Ugh.
Would you like to go in a completely different direction, or would you like to segue into fantasies of what you would like to do to guys like that?
I no.
Okay, let's go in a completely different direction.
Yeah.
Good Omens. I haven't started watching it
Still
yet,
haven't.
but I did find a way that I could watch it. So I'm going to watch it soon.
Yeah. I haven't watched another episode since the first one yet. I'm not in a TV show mode these days. I'm mostly watching. The only thing I'm watching is The Voice and MasterChef while playing Sims. I'm not watching anything that needs paying attention to.
Mm.
Well, you've already read the book, so you don't really need to pay attention to the TV show,
Yeah,
right?
I do need to pay attention because it's fucking amazing.
Yes,
When
that's
things are
definitely that.
good, you have to pay attention. But you read the book too, John.
Yep, and I liked the hell out of it.
Yeah, you're a Pratchett guy, you too.
I also like Neil Gaiman. In fact, I just finished rereading Anansi Boys.
I'm not really into Gaiman, to be honest. I don't hate him. I like him just fine, but
Yeah, I don't love him as much as I love Terry Pratchett sexually.
yeah, I'm a Pratchett girl. There are bits in A Good Omen that I find very boring, and I'm guessing they were not written by Pratchett.
Mhm.
Mm.
That is a very interesting collaboration. It feels much more Gaiman than Pratchett. I don't know.
What, Good Omen?
Yeah.
Yeah, but not in the tone.
No, the tone seems very
The
Pratchett.
tone
Yeah.
Gaiman is not a funny guy in his writing.
No, generally not.
He's a funny guy in life, but not in his writing at all. So
I don't know.
And Good Omen
The
is
Doctor's
very
wife
funny.
was pretty goddamn funny. And
Yeah.
the Doctor Who episode.
Yeah, that's true.
Biting. It's like kissing, but there's a winner.
Oh, I really need to catch up on Doctor Who.
Yeah, I wonder if I should go back and catch up where I left off with Capaldi's run, or if I should just start over again with Whittaker.
I'm thinking with since I'm so the last Doctor Who episode was back in Chris Eccleston. I think I'm just going to find the list of all the good shows or the list of the shows that I have to watch, and I'll skip all the bad ones.
Yeah.
Okay,
The
so you're
thing
going to
is-
watch all of Russell T Davies' run, and then
you're going
to
to
Whittaker.
watch all of Tennant's season. That's
Mhm.
for sure, because they're all good.
Love and Monsters is not good.
Most of Matt Smith. What?
There was an episode of David Tennant of Love and Monsters. David Tennant was not much.
He was not much in it. No, that was a very weak episode. Yes,
Which one was it?
the one with the
I
Absorbaloff.
remember. I loved that episode, but
Really?
yeah, it was funny.
Okay.
I don't know, it was stupid. And there was the one who plays Myrtle in the Harry Potter Morning
The
Myrtle.
one who plays what in Harry Potter?
the Morning Myrtle.
Oh yeah,
the
she
girl.
plays the girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the guy in
I
that
like that
episode
guy.
was also in Band of Brothers. Interestingly,
The redhead guy. The redhead guy. Headed
no, the
guy?
blonde guy.
Oh, the hero.
Yeah,
Quote
hero-ish.
unquote.
The center of the story, the protagonist.
Yeah.
Yeah, he played he played one of the guys in Band of Brothers. One of the.
Anyways.
I didn't see Brandon Brothers, but
I don't
know
think that
that
episode
actor.
was bad. It wasn't as good as the rest of the Tennant run, but
I might give it
Anyways.
a chance.
I don't know. It just felt like a weak episode overall for me.
yeah, maybe. I don't know. I love all Tennant seasons. especially the one with Donna. It's the best season of all.
Donna is far and away my favorite companion.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
Same. Donna is the best. Well, she's not young and pretty.
And I think that's part of what
she's
strong,
witty
fierce.
and fierce, yeah. And she's so fucking funny.
Catherine Tate is fucking hilarious.
Oh, I love her.
Oh, I'm pretty. Yes. Oh, that was quick.
You want to mate?
I want a mate.
Hey, mate. Well, that's good, mister, because you're not meeting with this one anytime soon. She's amazing. She's
that scene where they re-encounter one another finally, doing the...
It's the best scene of all the...
They're just gesturing back and forth to each other, and then they realize that everybody is watching them.
And I love it because it's completely silent.
Yes,
but you
all done
understand
in mime,
everything.
the most ridiculous mime.
Well, okay, I'm really looking forward to that scene now because like facial expressions from like actors, that's a unique talent to like some performers. Yeah.
Well, it's the first. It's the first episode.
The first episode with Donna as a full-time companion.
Well,
she comes back in as a full-time companion. So it's after the second series, after the third series. So that would be the fourth series with Russell T Davies.
Yes, it's the fourth season. That's what I was saying.
John, pay attention to your co-host.
I could, but I've been looking up porn this whole time. You know me.
Okay, so I'm the only one.
Dude, repeating the stuff I say, okay? Anyways, I like what's her name?
Catherine Tate?
No, and the other companion I like, strangely, is one with Capaldi. The last one.
Not Clara.
No, I hate Clara. Poor thing. It's not her fault, but. Oh fuck.
I wouldn't know. I stopped watching during Clara's run. So.
Bill. Her name is Bill. She's a lesbian.
Oh.
And she's black. So, anyways, she's Martha without the privilege of money. Because Martha was fucking annoying.
Bill Potts?
Yes.
So
Capaldi's seasons are shit, but...
okay, yeah.
But that's not because
Bill is fucking amazing.
Yeah, not because of Capaldi, though. Capaldi, I think, is pretty fucking
he does
awesome.
what he can. He's amazing. The writing is...
I fucking hate Stephen Moffat.
Yeah, so that's what I'm what I plan to do.
It's funny because when he wasn't the showrunner,
he's an amazing writer. He's a terrible showrunner.
He wrote the best episodes.
Mm-hmm. The one with he introduced the Weeping Angels.
He did.
Oh, he was. I didn't know that. I knew that he wrote the Empty Child.
Mm-hmm.
With the first episode with Captain Jack, so you have to love that episode.
Yep. You're the Empty Child.
Are you my mommy? And it's the first really creepy episode I saw too.
Yep. He's really good at horror.
That episode
He's really good at
really
comedy.
Creepy.
Don't Blink. That's the name of the episode he wrote with the Weeping Angels. But yeah.
Yeah, that was the first one.
Mm-hmm. He is a phenomenal writer. He's a terrible showrunner because he has to be smarter than everyone, is what I think it is.
Yeah. And he created River Song, so I can't really hate him totally,
Yeah. But
even
at the same
if she's
time...
the Queen of Mary Sue's, I love her.
Yeah, but at the same time, a lot of the way he writes women tends to not.
Yeah, he can't do with normal women, can he? He has to make them overpowered or something.
Yeah, and over-sexualized too, very often.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if I would say that about River.
A lot of her relationship with the Doctor was her being super flirty and
Yes,
forward with
but
him in a way that
because
made him uncomfortable.
that was the point, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It made him uncomfortable. I think that was the point. That's what's
Yeah.
funny about their relationship. Which is fucked up when you think about it.
Mm-hmm. He did the
Someone
same
on
thing with
YouTube
Amy Pond.
made a video with a river timeline. Have you seen that?
I have not, but I have seen a River song timeline drawn out. It is super fucked up. Because, I mean, the only way you can do it is
It's
to
so
have it...
sad. It's so
Mhm.
fucking sad.
Yeah.
Anyway, Jonathan, you should watch every Doctor Who episode, no matter how long it takes you, because even the less good ones are important to watch.
Mhm.
Okay.
I
Even
think.
all the Stephen Moffat written ones when he was showrunner.
Yes.
I'm used to like watching like a meh anyway. I watch anime, so yeah, I can do that.
Yeah. I mean, it's important to get, the context from Moffat, even if it's not very...
No, but for me, I think the worst season he has written was the last one with Amy and Rory. And it's the most important in the same way, in how it affects the character of the Doctor.
Mm-hmm.
And it explains a lot of how he is with Clara afterwards. And I don't know. The season I like the least is the one I think is the most important to watch. That doesn't make sense, but
I get you. I get you.
I'm still salty about how he wrote Rory. I love Rory.
Rory, pretty goddamn awesome.
Putting Hitler in the cupboard. Poor Jonathan is hearing bits and stuff he doesn't understand, and I hope it just makes you want to watch it more, Jonathan.
I guess it kind of does make me want to watch it based on how you two are and really enjoyed reminiscing about that. So yeah, certainly it's one of the things I've been meaning to get around to like watching, because I promised myself I'm going to watch all of Doctor Who because I was a fan of Doctor Who before it became cool to be a fan of Doctor Who. But yeah, so
you
yeah,
were a
definitely.
fan of Classic Who?
Oh yeah, because like
I never watched Classic Who. I went
tried.
Yeah, I tried
watching
to,
some of the earliest ones, and wow.
Nope.
It's all because like it was what my parents were watching
like
at the
Classic
time.
Trek and stuff. I can't watch it anymore.
I might get back into Classic Trek.
I watched a few episodes of Classic Trek. It was all right.
No, you can't watch that in 2019. It's too late.
Watch me.
I mean, it's been 50 years.
I'm up for that challenge.
It's very dated. It's
Yeah.
interesting to see, what was super forward 50 years ago, super progressive 50 years ago. But
I mean, hell, I watched 40-year-old anime in like the original Kitty Honey. So and Captain Harlock and what other old anime that I've seen.
Captain Harlock is fucking amazing. It's
It was
fully
interesting.
animated. It's how fully animated, but the plot is fucking amazing.
I mean, it is space pirates, so there's that.
Yeah. Have you seen the movie they made?
I haven't seen the recent like computer graphic or any live action Captain Harlock movie that
it's not a live action. It was made a few years ago. It's 3D animation.
Right. Okay.
It's fucking amazing. You have to watch it, Jonathan. If you are a fan of Captain Harlock, you are going to lose your shit when you see the ship.
Okay, yeah, I've been meaning to watch it because it's like shows up on Netflix in my recommendations. So yeah.
Have
just
you
looking
watched
at the...
Captain Harlock?
No, I have
John?
not. I have not. I'm just looking at the Wikipedia pages now, and the poster for the film looks very impressive.
Yeah, the film is beautiful. It's really, really very good. Very nicely done 3D animation.
The
They
first
don't
cover
try
of the
to make
manga looks very much like a 1980s cereal box.
Yeah, it was written in the 70s. So,
Yeah,
Mhm.
not surprising.
and
About the same time
the
as
animated series came out in 1978.
78
Mhm.
to 79, yeah.
And that's the kind of stuff we had on TV for kids in France when I was a kid. Manga, manga adaptations. There
Yep.
was Captain Harlock and City Hunter and Okuto no Ken, stuff that was pretty violent and sexual, but it was all censored. And
Like I
the
Mhm.
said,
dubbers,
France, nothing but
the,
nudity.
the dubbers had a lot of fun with the dialogues
Changing it to make it less
to make it very funny. It was so silly. The French dubs of those show are it's gold, comical gold.
Hmm. I'm.
I think the first honestly the French dub of Okuto no Ken with one of the most violent anime
Oh yeah,
existing
it
on
is.
Netflix. There is I have how I remember it was a funny voices and it was funny, but no, it wasn't funny at all.
And then the thing is, like, even in the original like Japanese airing of Okujo no Ken, it's like the bodies, those people's bodies explode, and it's white stuff that comes out. So
Yeah,
you
but they don't show that in the edited version for kids. But there's still the line, you don't know it yet, but you're already dead. We knew
there's
he
that.
was killing people, but we just he was killing people just by touching them, but we just didn't see it.
But I'm saying that in Japan, when as the Okujo no Ken was originally aired, they didn't show the blood because if you show the red, it was not appropriate to show blood being poured out, like spilling out of people's bodies and like exploding out of people's
Oh,
bodies at the time that Okujo no Ken was airing. It's only a certain
it was
time that
appropriate with white stuff. So
right, exactly, and it's
seriously,
other
Japanese culture is so weird.
yeah, they have standards. It's like interesting standards, but they have standards, and
Very
so
different
They're
even like
cultures.
a
It's more appropriate to make human bodies look like they are full of semen.
Yes.
it's now
Because semen is healthy and natural. Blood is disgusting and evil. I mean, duh.
also, let's see. It was like My Bright's a Mermaid, one anime from like the mid 2000s, with that like also did not show blood either, but it was sparkling rainbow liquid or some kind that
I
is poured.
understand why Miyazaki got so much shit from
Sparkling rainbow
Japan.
liquid sounds like unicorn musk.
Yeah, that's probably it. Yeah, that's the best
Yeah.
way to describe it.
No, I'm referring in this case to Legends of Tomorrow, the TV show. They have fully embraced the goofiness of that show.
I have
And at one
stopped
point,
watching that and I'm regretting it already.
yes, it has gotten pretty amazing. The first season, they were treating it like, a regular show. The second season,
Well,
they sort of
I
settled into
mostly
it.
watched it because there was the actor who played Rory. I
Mhm.
stopped when he was not in the show anymore. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
guess that's when it started to become cool.
Yeah. I am currently in what season am I in? God, I'm in season 4. Season 4, they have really settled in to just being goofy and having fun. Season 3 is when they really hit their stride, I think, doing that. That's when they started fighting a demon and they brought in John Constantine.
What?
Yeah. So here in the beginning of the 4th season, they're
Well,
hunting creatures that have escaped from
it's
hell,
DC.
and one of them
It's
is a
DC's
unicorn.
legend, so Constantine makes sense.
Yeah, so
Oh, okay.
So
I
they're
really
fun.
need
So
to
like
watch
I think it's
the.
the very first episode. Yes, the very first episode they go after a unicorn that has escaped from hell, that hunts down.
You have sold me on that. A unicorn that escapes from hell. It's like I don't care. I'm going to watch that.
Yep, it hunts down virgins.
What
It
I
rips out
really
their
like,
hearts with its horn, and then
Yeah.
devours their
what I really
bodies.
liked in that show at the beginning was how much fun the two guys from Prison Break were having.
Oh, Mick and Iceman and Fire Guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh God. And I only watched The Flash afterwards, so I got to, because they are villains from The Flash, the TV show The Flash.
Yeah, they're the rogues.
And I got to see them again, so I was happy.
Oh, he makes a comeback later on during one of the massive crossovers, Crisis on Earth X. It's a.
Oh, I saw that one with Supergirl.
Snart from another Earth is gay.
Yeah.
And he's getting married to the not Golden Glider, but the Ray.
Oh God. Yeah, that's the one with Supergirl and Arrow, is it?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I need to see.
The Ray is played by a Doctor Who alum. You remember the episode where the Doctor ends up on the Titanic, the space Titanic?
Yes.
And you remember crewman Alonzo?
Yes.
And how excited 10 was to finally get to be able to say Alonzo?
Yeah.
That guy is playing the
How
Ray.
the fuck would I forget that, John? Really? You're not serious.
Oh yeah.
Also, Captain Jack gave him his number.
Mm-hmm. No. The Doctor gave Captain Jack Alonzo's name after they sat down next to each other at a bar somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, that was after the really upsetting, very dark season of Torchwood.
Yeah.
The Miracle something.
Torchwood was not good.
Torchwood
The last
so
season,
dark.
the American season, was not good.
Yep. Not surprising.
That's
Americans
a
ruin everything.
shame. But Jonathan is trying to say something, and you keep cutting him off, and I do too. So go ahead, Jonathan.
What I had to say wasn't that important. It's just that like the DC like television series is something that I need to catch up with, because like haven't seen Gotham, haven't seen Flash, haven't seen Arrow, haven't seen Supergirl, haven't seen like the Legends of Tomorrow.
I liked Arrow at the beginning, and then
Back when he was grim, dark, and a serial killer.
Yeah. I liked him better when he was a serial killer, I have to say. The first two seasons I really liked, and well, although I like really the bits on the island, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really much care about the Arrow stuff. I really
You
like
like him turning into a serial killer.
Yeah.
More than him stopping being a serial killer. I see.
Yeah.
You're so French. You're all about blood.
Yeah, I am.
An arrow is just a flying guillotine.
Exactly. And so I stopped watching Arrow, and I'm waiting for the next season of The Flash. So
I really like The Flash. I like
yeah,
them all,
I love that show. It's really a really good show. I don't get why does DC cinema doesn't take example on DC TV shows. I don't understand, because the TV shows are pretty
they're
awesome.
Stupid.
I need to go and watch Supergirl, because it looks like it's pretty funny. And
they introduced a trans superhero on Supergirl.
I know, that's why I wanted to watch it. And I wanted to watch Gotham for a while now, and I still haven't watched
I started
so...
Gotham. It wasn't really for me. Maybe I could get back into it now that it's fully embraced the camp. It's not trying to be serious quite so much.
I thought it was campy since the beginning.
I don't know. It was, but it wasn't. It was... I didn't like that they made...
It wasn't owning it?
Yeah. Yeah. And... yeah, it's been a while since I watched it, so I shouldn't pass too much judgment. But I didn't like that they made Gordon a multiple murderer. As in the commission of crimes on behalf of crime lords, he had killed people. And
Gordon?
Yeah.
Like, isn't he supposed to be the only one who doesn't do that?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
God.
Yeah, so that's... I mean... I like
Well, I wanted
Gordon
to watch it
showing up.
because it's Batman without Batman, and you know what I
Mhm.
think of Batman.
It was an interesting.
He's a fascist.
Yeah, he's a fascist.
Yeah. I want to do a Batman TV show. I've said this so many times before, where he actually has to be a detective.
Oh, like the
Like the
early comics,
Mhm.
cartoon. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where
yeah,
he
I
can't
agree.
just run in being all stompy and then like run a bit of dirt through his computer and have it spit out all the answers. He actually has to work at it.
And is he allowed to beat up the poor and the mentally ill?
I say
That's-
no, but
That would be the thing to avoid. Yeah. But I mean, the only way really to have a superhero show work at all is if they're in a world that is so monstrously ridden with crime, in which the cops are so openly corrupt.
Well,
That
for Batman, yeah, but
Mhm. Well, I
there
mean, it
are a
also
lot
works
of
for
superhero.
Arrow. They had to do that.
Yeah, but Arrow is a spin-off of Batman, yeah.
Yep, they had to make him into the TV version of Batman because they couldn't get Batman. He was
That
much
makes
more
sense,
goofy
yeah.
and campy in the comics, as I understand.
I mean, Flash, for example, is pretty good. The
Yeah,
world in
but
which
in that case, they were able to do
isn't
it because the only way
corrupt.
to give Flash a real challenge was by giving him superpowered villains for him to face.
Yeah,
Well,
let's
that's
not talk about it too much because there might be people who haven't seen it, and there's massive spoiler material in the fourth season.
Well, I mean, yeah,
Let's not spoil it.
I don't know. I mean, the premise of the show is the Flash running around fighting superpowered bad guys. I don't think there's too much spoiler
No, I
there.
know, but I'm thinking about the identity of the bad guy of the fourth season. If you have watched it,
All the seasons, really.
okay, yeah. I mean, well, that's the thing is like
let's not
super.
spoil that for
Yeah.
anyone, even though it was out. It's not recent.
5
I
years
mean,
ago.
I don't think it's fair to spoil that to anyone who haven't seen it
Don't
because
want to spoil
honestly,
any of the things, but
Okay, now you're making me want to watch The Flash because
no,
it's
Flash
like
is really good. You should watch the Flash
they're all
because
excellent, I think.
for
Greg
me the
Berlanti is
Flash
an excellent showrunner. Greg
is
Berlanti
what
runs the
DC should aim for in their movies.
They really just should have given
Okay,
Greg
okay.
Berlanti their studio division entirely. Movies, TV, all of it.
Interesting. So what of the DC television series? Which one shall I start with?
Flash.
Okay, I was going to start with Flash, but it's like, yeah.
Or maybe Arrow.
Yeah.
If you plan on watching
If you
Arrow.
can, hold on a second, I can give you a link.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
there's
If
like
you're
a
interested.
certain.
You have the watch order?
Yep. It's
Oh,
on
I'm interested
IMDb.
too.
Oh yeah,
Even
yeah.
though, even though I already watched the Legends of Tomorrow, and I'm pretty sure you should watch that last.
I just shared it in the chat. Oh, Goth is pretty good. Develops plot lines and characters very slowly, according to Sosh in the chat. I didn't notice that.
Hi, Josh. Thank you for watching us still.
Yeah. Arrow was all by itself in its first 2 seasons. Then The Flash's first season runs alongside Arrow's third season. Supergirl and Legends both start up in Arrow's fourth season, running alongside Flash's second season.
What's Vixen?
Vixen, remember in the third season of Arrow where he's fighting the Hive, Damien Dark?
Yeah.
She shows up as a minor character in that to help them with fighting.
But I
Dark
didn't
and his
know
totem.
they made a show about her.
It's a mini series cartoon thing. They've done a couple of those.
Oh, it's a cartoon. Okay.
And each
I'm not
episode is like
watching it.
5 minutes. So the first season of
okay.
Vixen is basically a half hour, and so is the second season.
Ooh,
They also did a
I'm liking
series.
this.
Yeah,
They've
that's
done-
something. That's
And they've
something,
done similar
Nathan is going to
little
explain.
cartoon miniseries for, or at least they've started them for some of the characters from Earth X, showing the origins of some of the heroes on Earth X. Earth X is the name for the
Okay,
bad,
that
the
watch
worst
list
universe.
is super complicated. I'm not liking it.
No, I'm liking it because this makes sense for like television broadcasts, especially on just like one network of the UW or whatever.
No,
It
but
works.
I'm a binge watcher.
Well, the thing is, Netflix will keep track of at least 4 TV shows for you. So
Yes, there's that.
So
yeah,
you
that's
just-
The Flash. I'm watching The Flash on Netflix.
So this
already.
watch order thing is helpful if you want to make sure that you get to all the shows at the right point for the various crossovers. Other than that, it's easy
Right,
enough
exactly.
just to binge.
Yes.
Like
This sounds. Believe it
Go
or
ahead.
not, this actually looking at these like Arrowverse like lists, it makes it like almost like fun as part of a project of watching it all in this exact order. So I'm going to like I bookmarked the page, but I'm also just going to like copy and paste that entire list
Oh,
and
there's
just put
Black
it in my.
Lightning in the list too. I've watched the pilot and
I watched the
haven't.
first season of that. I liked it a lot. I thought
I
the
just
costume was
watched
really
the
cheesy
first
at first,
episode.
but it works.
Yeah, I didn't really got into it, but should I? Make
I
an
liked the
effort
first
to
season. I
get
haven't
into
watched
it.
the second season yet. But it's
I
good
just
as a
watched
black
the pilot
superhero.
so far.
Black superhero dealing with racism and so on.
Yeah.
But I mean, of course, one of the big problems with superhero, the genre, is that it doesn't identify the real cause of problems. It identifies, a single evil person or a single organization rather than, a corrupt system that causes all that shit.
I like the actor
Black Lightning
too.
comes the closest just because it deals with systemic racism.
I like the actor who plays Black Lightning too. I can't remember in
He's
what
super
I
tall.
saw him.
That's all I remember about him. Don't remember his name.
Oh, okay. So Sosh says they enjoyed it too. So I guess
and
that's
in
two
addition
people who
to
tell it's good. So maybe I'm going to insist because I go further than the first episode to know if I'm going to like it or not. But
I would do the same. Yeah.
it was good.
I watch 3 to 5 episodes before completely giving up on something.
Yeah, that's a totally fair like a chance to give a TV show or an anime series. Yeah.
But I watch too many things. Honestly, these days it's just watching MasterChef and The Voice Australia is pretty I don't know, resting. I've completely given up on all the shows I watch normally. Well, I'll watch later, of course, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It's good because, yeah, I watched The Good Place, iZombie, and
that show was a lot of fun too.
iZombie is amazing.
Yeah.
It's so I love shows with preposterous premises.
Premise. Yeah.
I love that. If it sounds silly when you read the pitch, chances are I'm going to like it.
I remember looking at the first season of Buffy the Vampire Slayer and not getting it.
Yeah, I was too young. I wasn't really into Buffy at the time.
This was after the writer's strike, and Whedon did Dr. Horrible sing-along blog. That wowed me, so I went ahead and watched Firefly, and that blew my socks off, so I went ahead and watched Buffy.
Firefly is fucking amazing. But and
I was like, the third or fourth episode of Buffy, people get infected by hyena spirits. I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? But it works. The show makes it work. It does it really, really well.
So presently, I am watching Elementary because the 7th season started over. The Voice Australia, The Good Place, American Gods because I'm not finished yet with the latest season. The Good Place, iZombie, Good Omens. I am catching up on Glee because I never watched that shit, and that's pretty funny. And that's just the series for the summer because there's a lot of stuff that I've stopped for the summer, and it's going to go back.
I'm just binging my way through the CW series, the the Arrowverse, trying to catch up on that. And then I think I'll watch The Good Place, because I've heard so many wonderful things about it.
That show is so fucking good. You're going to love it. It's amazing. Really. And the episodes are only 20 minutes long, so it's a good show to watch when you don't want to.
And it's got Kristen Bell, who is the most wonderful.
Yeah, and she isn't even the most wonderful of the show. I mean, you're going to make the acquaintance of Jamila Jamil, who is the best person on the planet. Not in the show, but as a person, she's fucking amazing. The cast of that show is gold.
The shows I'm watching is just like, Kimura Owns Road is an anime from the 80s that's like now on Crunchyroll. I watched 4 episodes of Kaiba and want to watch more, but it's heavy, and so it's just like I got to be in a good place to like watch Kaiba from like a.
You still need to watch the French animes I've sent you.
Yeah, I still have a list of those French animes you recommend to me to watch. It's in a Google Doc, and so there's that. And what else have I been watching?
There's just such a thing as French anime.
That's,
if that sounds wacky, wait till you watch them. It's stuff from the 70s that's completely full of LSD.
No, well, I saw the movie Mind Game, so I'm going to be prepared for that then.
It's mostly Ulysses. That's that way. The Mysterious Cities of Gold is not weird like Ulysses.
The Seven Cities of Gold, wasn't that on Nickelodeon at one point?
Maybe. I know it made its way to the US. Some people know it.
I think I saw like 2 episodes, maybe half
French
of each.
anime. It's amazing. And in France, we had a little bit at the end, a little documentary. 10 minutes it lasted, about the places we see in the cartoon, so about South America and stuff like that, and the Mayas and the Incas. And from what I gathered, it was pretty accurate and pretty good. Anyways, that cartoon was amazing.
Ulysses 31?
Yeah, that thing is so weird and it's so fucking good. It's the Odyssey, but in space. Written in the 70s, so the guys who did
Does it
that
have all the sex and violence of the Odyssey?
No. Okay. It was for children, so it's really watered down, but they didn't water down the LSD, if you know what I mean. It's so fucking weird.
Did they manage to translate some of the more subtle elements? Like Odysseus sits down with the king of the... God, what are they? Can't remember what they're called. The father of Nausicaa. So the sailor king. He says, "You tell the truth as a poet might." Which was ancient Greek for, "You're a fucking liar," but I like it.
Yeah. No, it's the big steps of the story. It's not just like Circe and...
I copy and paste the IMDb page of like Ulysses 31 into the live chat.
It's like one season, so...
Yeah, exactly.
It was half an hour every Sunday night.
You also mentioned
instead of The Simpsons,
City
you were watching Space Ulysses. Okay.
The Mysterious Cities of Gold, yes. That I'm sure you will find a English dubbed version, because as John said, I don't know it was on Nickelodeon, but I know it made its way on an American network. And you're not big on subtitles, so I'm pretty sure there's a dubbed version.
I can watch something with subtitles on them. I'll watch anime.
But I'm not sure Ulysses exists with subtitles in English.
Oh, okay, yeah, there's that.
Anyways,
well, you could go the Buttigieg route and just learn French, and then you'd be okay.
I could do that. It'll take a long time, but it might be worth it.
All right. Speaking of absolutely
Yeah,
nothing, it's time for me to head to the gym. Otherwise, the gym will
yeah,
close
and I
before I
was
get finished.
going to say it's time for me to fuck off to play The Sims because I'm craving.
Yeah, Dan, we're talking for like an hour, 15 minutes. So I will start to do the
I think we've
plugs.
been talking for about 2 hours. Oh, unless you meant hour and
Oh, nearly
50,
2
not
hours.
15. Yeah. But
Yeah,
still,
I meant an
we're
hour
gonna-
and 50.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Shut up.
Jonathan, why don't you go ahead and give your pitch?
So Tom McDonald was not here, but he's a friend of the show, and he's a co-host, and he is old and on Twitter at TSMac, but he
He's
rarely goes there.
ancient.
And he's ancient too. But Tom McDonald's also on Facebook, so you can friend him there. But who knows if he'll get back to you because he's old and ancient. I'm Summer and Geek.
I think you mentioned it enough now.
We love Tom though.
We do love Tom.
I am Summer and the Geek on Summer and the Geek on Twitter and Summer and the Geek on YouTube. And please donate money to our friend and comrade Joanna via PayPal at severejoe@gmail.com. She could really use some money. Foxy Jettisbell could use some money. She has a GoFundMe campaign. Those are the Phoenix Rising of the channel, Phoenix Rising 87 also has a GoFundMe campaign, and so she could always use at least a little bit of money. She doesn't need the full amount, but she could always use some. And I'll stop it right there.
Okay, and Julie,
Oh,
why don't you
God.
go ahead and tell men how worthless and miserable they are?
Yeah,
We are workers and miserable. I accepted that.
Just go on Facebook and subscribe to Misandry Animals.
You also run a couple of other things. It's not just about the misandry.
Yeah. Let me. Jonathan just pitched at 88 miles an hour. Let me collect my thoughts. If you like art and craft, I am also the Creep Crafter on Facebook, where I post stuff I craft and art. So paintings and knitting, and sometimes cardboard furniture, because I do that. And also I'm on the admin team of Anarchist Memes, and I am Neto Anor on Twitter.
And how's your
That's
YouTube video coming along?
It's not.
Well, get on that. The
No,
people demand their... I can't remember what topic you were going to discuss, but they demand it.
Disability. No one demands it. Sadly, no one demands it.
Can I request it? Can I ask for it?
No. Honestly, I'm not in shape for that these days. I'm struggling with my past addiction, and honestly, the stopping nicotine thing.
It'll hit you really hard.
Oh, fuck that shit. It's hard.
It hits a decent person like a milkshake hits a Nazi. It will completely destroy you.
Remember, not the splash the fash, but for vegan options, bricks.
Yes.
And Molotov
bricks
cocktails.
is good. Yes. No, because you can burn yourself with Molotov cocktails.
Yes. Be safe, as you say in Radical. Stay
radical,
safe.
Stay safe. Ooh, that's a good sign off. All right.
That's Adam Ramsauter. He always sign off like that. I'm sorry. You go.
Okay. Well, as for me, in addition to social justice alchemy, this once a week thing I do with my friends here, I also play guitar some nights, live streaming here on the YouTube, and sometimes I stream myself playing video games here on the YouTubes. And for something completely different, I do a weekly D&D podcast with my friends. It's Dungeons and Debacles, hosted by my friend Kevin, and DM Kevin, where we're playing an evil party looking to free an ancient red dragon, wrongfully imprisoned by a group of ancient so-called good guys, fascists, complete assholes. You gotta hate them. It's a lot of fun, completely different. And with that, I think we can go ahead and sign off. Stay radical, stay safe, splash the fash.
Goodbye, comrades and potential
Fleisch
comrades.
de Fleisch.